Awele.
Yes. So I think one area that I've had really great success in implementation is on interactive read alouds. And our district has launched balanced literacy to now 12 cohort schools, and we've provided centralized PD to other schools across the district. But the power of interactive read aloud is where a teacher models what a proficient reader does in making meaning of a text. And so therefore we're doing think alouds around various reading comprehension strategies of how we analyze text, as well as like how we deal with tricky words, how do we come upon author's intent. And so starting off with a joy and a love of why you pick a particular book to introduce to students, and being very mindful of strategically placing sticky notes throughout a book of where you're going to stop and do gradual release of responsibility, so that you're modeling and then moving towards giving kids guided practice with immediate feedback, and then releasing them for independent reading. So visiting classrooms and observing teachers use this practice, as well as an anchor chart with reading comprehension strategies that they're modeling. That's one area of proof. I've done a little videotaping, not as much as I possibly could do, but the real proof on the pudding was I was leaving a school one day, and a first grader looked back and she saw me walking behind her on the sidewalk, and just as she was about to hop in her car, she said, Miss Awele, guess what I'm learning today? I said, what are you learning? She goes, I'm working on envisioning, making movies in my mind so I can see what the characters are doing when I infer. First grader, right? And so the whole point is that we want to be very intentional with what strategies we're learning, how and why we use them, so kids will have these tools in their hip pocket, and depending on the text they're using, they can call upon whatever strategies they need, and they can name it and label it, so that it does become a part of their independent practice at school, in the car, at home, at church.
So you have like 45 seconds more.
Okay, and I guess the other thing I would say is that because now students are so excited about reading, that level classroom libraries are in their classrooms versus the basal reader type program. Miss Awele, do you want to know what I'm reading? Miss Awele, are you coming to do work in our classroom today? So there's that excitement there. But teachers also are excited, to bring some of their own literature. And so our next step is kind of looking at culturally responsive books, so that the books speak to who our children are.